All right, good day. What it do? Peace and love. What up, though? What's popping? What's cracking? What's happening in there? Time 9, time 10. Ah, man, it is rough out here. It is rough out here. Let me say it again. It's rough out here. I know what I know, just like you know what you know. And then we come together and they say two heads is better than one, right? I'm saying um, we are very familiar with these $2 bills, right? You, me, everybody. Like I don't know anybody who doesn't know what a $2 bill is, right? I'm saying if I'm wrong, put it in the comments. You never heard of a $2 bill? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Never heard of the $2 bill? Mm. Well, I'll say this: there's no way to get. I'm not gonna say it's no way, but I don't have the capabilities to uh, do a poll and use those statistical results to say what percentage of people who know what a Federal Reserve note is recognize a $2 bill when they see one, whether it's as we see on the screen, is that a silver or gold certificate? Let me examine a little bit closer. Come closer. So let's eliminate me. And I want to see, boom. Okay, let's zoom it. I probably need to zoom and use glasses. Let me see. hmm United States of America will pay to the bearer on demand $2. $2 of what though? I'm clicking on the wrong one. My bad, y'all. So let me pull it. hmm Legal tender for all debts, public and private. So just with that language, we know that this is a certificate, whether gold or silver. I don't see an indicator. Help me out. Help me out. Nah, United States notes. I see that across the top of Jefferson's wig, across the top of his wig. And those of us that collect silver certificates, we're very familiar with the language. Uh, will pay to the bearer on demand $2. $2. Not one. Let me come on. Not $1, $2. Them say $2, right? But what tripped me out, and I guess I can go into detail a little bit, because this history with the $2 bill, and I just always originally thought it was in our community being labeled as bad luck, right? You ever heard of that? $2 bill is bad luck. Get rid of it, you know, immediately. It's an emergency. Get rid of that $2 bill, right? But within the knowledge of self paradigm, these are collectibles, especially if it's a silver certificate, right? Especially these very well are collectibles, and within our current and grassroots movements. Literally, Bobby L used to walk around with gold coins, right? So we don't get to the part of it being, who was arrested for using a $2 bill. And why were they arrested for using a $2 bill? Because that's why you came here. Because according to the title, which is arrested for using $2 bills. So I know this is what you want to know. You don't necessarily want to sit here and you know what I'm saying? Kick the bobos with me. You want to know who got arrested for using this $2 bill. So we're going to get to it. Take me off the screen again. Why are we over here stuck? Let's get unstuck right quick. Let's do that. And boom. I don't know how far back I'm gonna have to take this, y'all. Bear with me. And let me camouflage it right quick too with some tunes for the people. I gotta see what it is. Let's see. Bring it down a little bit more. That should be good right there. So I gotta find it. This computer been giving problems all day. Um, so in particular, we had a man be arrested for attempting to simply pay for services, right? It's what a bill. He paid for services. I'm wondering why. I know I should have wrote it down, but I did not. I did not see it. I mean, I went too far, so it must be in this first. Yeah. I want to get right to the gusto. I don't want to. So let's go back. I guess I'll go to about right here and see where we at with it. Get a little volume in this situation. So it's the guy he went on a taco and he had a $2. He purchased a 99-cent item. So he tells the cashier, hey, look, you can take this fee or you can take this $2 bill. Now, this happened in the 80s. Granted, a $50 bill was, a big deal. They don't want to break the big deal. But they thought that the $2 bill was fake. Therefore, what these did was they alerted policia. They call it policia because they thought this man $2 bill was fake. Right? So, he's approached and, they actually had to call out a sergeant, you understand, in order to stop this man from being kidnapped, because that's definitely a kidnapping. Because a $2 bill is definitely a fair note. So this story right here is very interesting. It took place at a Best Buy, right? So let me back it up. I'll just let it play. I just don't care, right? I just let it play. So let's eliminate me. See what we can do. I'm gonna have to show this. I'm definitely gonna have to show this to you. So with that being said, I'm gonna have to speed it up a little bit. Although we're using this for educational purposes and entertainment purposes, because I cannot believe that this man was arrested for using a $2 bill after it was marked with one of those, those indicator markers. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So let me speed it up a little bit. We're gonna go up one to right here. And we're gonna let it rip. Bring the music down just a tad bit and get rid of this so I can share that. Yeah. Can I let me do that? Yeah, let me do that. So that's done. Do I need to do it again? No. Here we go. Why I do that? Yeah, that music kind of loud. Okay, that's gonna have to do. So let's go.
Which takes class trips to historic cities on the East Coast.
And when the students get money for their lunch, I always give them $2 bills. We got a call threatening us with the police if we didn't come in and pay the bill. So I thought a little bit, and I thought, okay, it's a little over $100. I think I'll pay in twos. So I went to Best Buy, paid with the $2 bills up to our manager. And the manager came over and said, these aren't real. We've called the police. Because look what can happen. And don't know we have $2 bills in our currency? You should be a cashier. Because look what can happen. All threatening us with the police if we didn't come in and pay the bill. So I thought a little bit, and I thought, okay, it's a little paid with the $2 bills. And the girl marked them all with a pen and went and talked to her manager. And the manager came over and said, these aren't real. We've called the police. I said, please, you're making a big mistake here. Young policeman walked in, handcuffed me behind my back and took me up. It turned out they called.
So Best Buy, they had
Generational, multicultural fascination with the $2 bill. You get that from a family member, you're likely.
you know, I had an unfortunate accident to me where I lost an entire wallet that was, I don't care about the $2 bills and the silver certificates that was in it because I have more, right? But I used to use this wallet like a teaching tool, right? I mean, I had, the coins. I had took the coins out and I put them in this vintage Gucci purse, right? Um, wow, I'll never get over that. I don't care what nobody say. I'll never get over that because there were pictures. Um, yeah, it was a lot of sentimental items within it. Was an old Coach wallet, a women's Coach change purse that was so full of stuff that it would no longer zip up. But it had been that way since 2006, right? And I ended up losing it. But I had a bunch of $2 bills, a bunch of the what people call star dollars, the misprints. I used to actually give people, you give me one, I'll give you a few dollars for it. I'll just put it that way. You might have got five out of me a few times, and 10 on a really good day for just one of those misprints. So there's a lot of them in there too. But like I said, I have more, that, yeah, that was very painful. People, why did I lost that? And, they will be getting sued big time by me. Peace God. Peace God. Man, I'm trying to make it do what it do. It's a lot of things going on in this energy. Are we in a retrograde? You know what I'm saying? I understand the Capricorn, right? And the Cancer energy, and you know what I'm saying? I understand all that, but I mean, it's just like, wow, it's really, really, some of people who I love dearly, are having health issues right now, and a couple of them, you know what I'm saying? We're talking about within the past this month and last month have passed. So it's been real, real like difficult for me to get on here and do what I do, you know. And my computer was acting a fool too, all day today. And come to find out, it actually wasn't my computer, right? So I spent most of the day trying to correct the problem that wasn't an issue. The issue was actually my receiver. I literally thought it was the interface. I thought a whole bunch of stuff, but again, I was wrong. I thought, well, okay, I pushed this. Now I want me to push this too. They want me to come and push all the buttons. I don't know why you need to push the buttons, but that's the gist of it, y'all. You know what I'm saying? We had a guy be arrested at Best Buy, right? And a guy almost be arrested at a Taco Bell for using $2 bills that were not kind of counterfeit, right? So again, I had to share that with y'all. I was like, you can't be serious. A $2 bill, you know what a $2 bill is? But you know, that's the way of the world right now. And it's not recognizable to a small percentage of people, if you ask me, because again, they sell these $2 bills, you know, uh, all around the gas stations and in the party and beer, wine, liquor stores throughout Detroit for many years, for many decades. You can go inside the gas station and they'll have a couple of those or maybe just one in the window tape there. And, if you want to buy it, you get them two single dollar bills, two single Fed notes, promissory notes, fiat currency, whatever you want to call it. And, it's been going on for decades for sure. It didn't just start happening 10 years ago here in Detroit. It didn't just start happening 20 years ago here in Detroit. It's been going on for a long time. So, and that came about with this abundance of knowledge that has been, that was really prevalent in the city. Strong. It's always been strong. It was strong in the days of Elijah Muhammad, you know what I'm talking about? But particularly late 90s, beginning in the late 90s, this became a trend, if you want to call it that. You know what I'm saying? It all spins the same, but not the same. You look at the fact that Ronald Wilson Reagan, Mr. 666 himself, during one of his political addresses or national addresses or whatever you want to call it, he mentioned the devaluation, if it's such a word, of the dollar. He said it was worth 65 cents, in such and such year, which was, I say roughly 20, 30 years prior to him making this statement. And he said that same dollar right now is worth 35 cents. I've showed it to y'all multiple times. Now, if I'm saying it right verbatim or not, and if I'm not, just forgive me. But you can go through the catalog of live and other videos here on the Alhambra Society 313, where we have, addressed this multiple times. We've shared this information multiple times, but this is a new one. We've never talked about, people being arrested for using $2 bills that were not counterfeit, that were actually traded or exchanged at one of these banks. He got the $2 bills. What did he say? Like 100 or 200 bucks worth of $2 bills from the bank, and they were on like some kind of field trip, and he gave a lot of them away to the children, right? Um, this a little bit different, y'all. This is a little bit different. So research it yourself. You understand? I played a legit video from a legit source. This is the $2 bill documentary. It was released 4 years ago, and that is actually the name of the channel because that's what it says. I don't see another name here. This is the name. It's a full feature film, the $2 bill documentary. You can find that on YouTube, right? You know, um, Seems pretty thorough as far as their, journalism and them having the actual uh, people who were injured for attempting to spend a $2 bill. So, what else will we need? I would say nothing. Nothing. I want to extend this, which I should, instead of coming in with something secondary, because we're going to talk about this particular ethnic group who doesn't pay. Listen to me close. A particular ethnic group who does not pay interest on loans from banks right now here in this current day and age. Not back in so-called biblical times, right? I'm talking about right here, right now, ecclesiastical clauses all over the place. And, I'm sure you all know who I'm talking about when I say this, right? So that's what we going I don't know, should I go on and get it out the way or should I roll back? I think we need to roll this video back though before I bust up. How about that? How about that? I think that is definitely yeah, let's go. Let's take it back. Back too far.
I always give them $2 bills.
The excess Mike often has came in handy when personnel from Best Buy.
Yeah, it started doing emotional, so I gotta take it back.
I once, with more dire consequences.
I was in jail.
Mike owns Capital City Student Tours, which takes class trips to historic.
I always give them $2 bills.
The excess Mike often has came in handy when personnel from Best Buy went back on an agreement not to charge him for installing his son's car stereo.
We got a call threatening us with the police if we didn't come in and pay the bill. So I thought a little bit, and I thought, okay, it's a little over $100. I think I'll pay in twos. So I went to Best Buy, paid with the $2 bills. And the girl marked them all with the pen and went and talked to her manager. And the manager came over and said, these aren't real. We've called the police. I said, please, You're making a big mistake here. Young policeman walked in, handcuffed me behind my back and took me out. It turned out they called the Secret Service. The Secret Service said they're real. So they told me I can go. It was embarrassing. You know, if you're an American citizen.
Again, what more, you know what I'm saying? Again, you see them marking the money, but yet they still took this man. Yeah, look, we gotta go to commercial behind this. I promise we do. This is commercial break time. How about that? There we go.
YouTube, you fools try to limit me. Muting and deleting channels, thinking that's the end of me. Y'all are not on my level, smaller than a centipede. This is my purpose, TBT is a ministry. I do not tire, my God gives me energy. Chose by Messiah, you believe, come get with me. Married to a black queen, we got the illest chemistry. Founded the Black Tube, and now we making history. Black Tube, 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 what? Black Tube, 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 what? TBT, 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 what? TBT, 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 what? The BlackTube.com. I'm a giant killer, son of an omniscient God who's realer. If this be the Thriller in Manila, I'm Ali in his prime. It's showtime, coke time, about to take what's mine. We are not with your agenda. We showing real life.
All right, so let's get to the math. You know, that was just the like the cherry on top. Is that what we about to get to? I don't know. What I supposed to say? No Diddy? Like, what the fuck? What you say, bro? The banks use it. Yeah. Well, you can go to the bank and get you some $2 bills. Like they still in circulation. They came back into circulation. They took them out of circulation like in the 60s. Then they brought them back into circulation. I want to say in the 80s. Let's see. They gonna tell us. Let's let them tell us when they. Just the printing part. I don't care about the printing. I want to hear, you know, when they took them out of circulation and then brought them back. So let me start right here, maybe. Because I was about to get in. I'm about to go deep. Just hold on. Then I'll just pause it again. So they took it out of circulation in 1966. Again, the $2 bill was temporarily taken out of circulation in 1966. So you just heard it. They brought it back in 1976. So that's just a year. That's only a year that they took it out of circulation. I mean, 10 years. Sorry, y'all. That was 10 years that they took it out of circulation from 66. Starting in 66 and they brought it back in 76. Whew, good. I'm glad I ain't jacked that up too bad. So let's get to some math right quick. Now, that portrait that was used, which most people think is the signing of the Declaration of Independence. And it's not. It's the presenting of the Declaration of Independence to the Continental Congress, right? So it was the Slavs presenting the Declaration of Independence. Again, let me see. Yeah, again to the Continental Congress, right? And that painting that we see on the back of the $2 bill, well, there were actually 42 members of the Continental Congress in attendance. So they made the decision when they reissued it in what did I say, in 1976, they eliminated, no, it was more than 42. I think they eliminated 42 people. Let's get the facts together right quick.
And, you know, the employees are very proud of what they do. We're in the plate making and engraving area. Plate making is actually where we produce plates that are used in production, and all the
I'm trying to get to it, y'all.
Any old-style $2 bills, and neither did I. So I took it upon myself to learn some $2 bill history by heading to Orlando for the Florida United Numismatists Convention, otherwise known as FUN. Stacks of cash everywhere. I'd like to say that I'd never been in a room with this much money before, but I had just been to the Bureau of Engraving and Printing. Still, there were plenty of $2 bills to be seen, even in wallet form. I got to see twos from Fiji, Jamaica, Zimbabwe, New Zealand, and Barbados, as well as many of the early notes in United States history. Sergio Sanchez, a South Florida dealer, showed me the first federally issued $2 bill from 1862.
But if you notice here in the circle, there's a 1, a 2, and a 3. On the $1 bill, the white area is on the 1. The $2 bill, as you can see, the background is 2, and they were thinking of doing 3. They never got to there.
Sergio also showed me an 1869 $2 bill.
And they call this a rainbow series, and it's because if you notice a different tint of color.
As well as $2 silver certificates from 1886 and 1899. What's a silver certificate, you ask? Well, whereas today's currency is known as fiat currency, backed by nothing more than faith in government, silver certificates were backed by actual silver, mined in the West and minted by the U.S. government.
The federal government has a big supply of silver that are backed by the silver.
You could present the note to the bank and say, please give me silver in return for this note.
John Marcus showed me the most ornate $2 silver certificate, one from the educational series, circa 1896.
Beautiful bill here. This is actually a school teacher, and she's embracing her students. And at the time, this particular note was considered very racy.
They are objects of their time.
Treasury historian Franklin Knoll.
And whatever art influences are out there at the time will tend to be reflected back into the currency.
The intricate design on these notes actually had their foundation in the pre-Civil War.
I'm not about to sit because I don't know exactly where that portion is at. So I'm just going to get to the meat of the lecture right quick, right? So one of the individuals who was eliminated from that portrait of 42 who were eliminated from that portrait of the presenting of the Declaration of Independence is not the signing of the Declaration of Independence, right? One of the people who was eliminated was William Whipple, right? So we're going to show y'all a picture of William Whipple. Where he at? Show us some. It don't even matter which one. Hey, give us this one. We'll take that one. Oh, I didn't push go. Let's go. So William Whipple. This is the portrait of William Whipple, who was eliminated. He was one of the individuals who was eliminated from that portrait that you see on the back of the $2 bill, again, which most people think is the signing of the Declaration of Independence, and it is not. It is the slaves of the British presenting that Declaration of Independence, that particular document, to the Continental Congress, right, for the last time. And can I make this picture big? Do I want to make it big? I don't want to make it big. Y'all see him, right? But what throws me for a loop is his name, William Whipple. The minute I heard that, I instantly thought of Prince Whipple, right? And you know what? I want to go back, because you know who had the portrait that we're accustomed to seeing? Prince Whipple. And I don't even, let's see. Nope, that ain't the picture either. That's not the painting either. But let's see. Let me see. I don't even know how you look for images on oh yeah, these aren't necessary. So it ain't what I thought it was. So we'll go with what's here. Back to images. Prince Whipple. Right. This was the picture they was just showing. So I'm gonna zoom it for y'all. But it's not the picture that I'm talking about is the one where Prince Whipple is in the background in a painting with a turban on. Here it is. See how they do? They try to. Okay, y'all can see right here, right? Bam. So let me scroll. I just saw it. And did you see how fast it just disappeared? All right. Okay. So can I? Come on. Let me have this picture. Quick one. Because I want to see this big, grande. Let's see. Large. Oh yeah, I could definitely say that. So let me see. Let's go back over here. Right here. Oh, don't do all that. Let me see. And why is it not cooperating with me? My bad, y'all. I don't know what's going on. My computer been on one. Come on. All right, look. I'm going to go old school. I'm just going to zoom the whole screen. Don't do all that. Come on. Nah, that's not working. And I'm not. Come on. It might. What is this? Okay, so it came up over here. That's why I couldn't find it. So. Double click. Okay, there we go. All right, now we working with something more quick. So. I guess that's it. So this what we got. Let's I'm trying to zoom it, y'all. This computer going slow. It is not rocking with me. Get this off the screen, please. Okay. Oh, no, you didn't. What the blood clots? Nope. All right. Come back. Right here. I'm going to zoom it some more. I'm trying to get to a point and all these technical difficulties. So you see them right here, right? left bottom corner with the fez, right? And he's Prince Whipple. It's spelled just the same as William Whipple's last name, right? So the next assignment for me will be to uh, do a cross reference on what they're saying about this William Whipple guy and see if it coincides with anything that they said about the Prince Whipple guy, right? Okay. Is as you can see again, the name Whipple is spelled the same. Spelled exactly the same. Whipple. Whipple. How they're spelling it, right? What really bothers me about this is the Benjamin Banneker and Benjamin Franklin thingy. When you start talking about the almanacs and Big Ben, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's so many things that you see them accrediting Ben Franklin for that Benjamin Banneker actually is the creator of, right? So really, what's going on here? I'm asking. I don't claim to know all or nothing, but y'all don't find this weird? This is very weird. You say you didn't hear it, the video? Yeah, well, the video didn't say anything outside of what I've said, during his live, which was you had a guy who almost got arrested for using a $2 bill because the cashier nor the manager of the Taco Bell knew what a $2 bill was, right? And then you had a guy actually get arrested in a Best Buy store after attempting to settle his obligations, pay his debt with the $2 bills, and they called the police on him. And obviously, when the police got there, the police obviously didn't know what a $2 bill was because, again, the cashier used the indicator, the marker that they use to mark, your bills to make sure they're legit. She did that. And there was no issue with that. The issue was they did not know what a $2 bill was. That's what the issue was, right? So they took him to jail. Eventually they let him out by way of the sergeant of the precinct who knew what a $2 bill was. No. It wasn't the sergeant of, they actually called the feds. They actually called the FBI, and the FBI told them that those bills are not counterfeit. There is a such thing as a $2 bill. So at that point, they released him from their jail. And again, the Prince Whipple, how we start talking about William Whipple and what does he have to do with the $2 bill, where he is one of the people who was eliminated from the original painting of the presentation of the Declaration of Independence. So I decided to look into this Prince Whipple guy, right? And I mean, William Whipple, because I found that odd. These are the only two times historically that I've heard that last name, Whipple. And again, that's Whipple. Whipple. Whipple like whip a pill. Whipple like the dance band. Whip it. Right? Whipple. Whip it. Whipple. So that ends this journey. Y'all put it in the comments. Let me know what you think about do you find this weird, like how I find it weird that you have a Prince Whipple, but you say he was a servant, right? Then you have a William Whipple. Now I want to go back. Let me go back to the William Whipple so I can be more precise, because we want to know what he did. They say William Whipple Jr. was an American founding father and signatory of the United States Declaration of Independence, right? So founding father in what way? And that's funny. We're looking at William Whipple, but it says here, why is Prince Whipple important? I'm saying, like, if you weren't already confused, this kind of, confuses you even more. And before I get out of here, I want to say this. A lot of the information now that is being regurgitated by way of TikTok and YouTube and Instagram and everything else, this is information that was circulating by way of the grassroots movements in the late 90s. Some of the information goes even back further than that, right? As far as us having conferences and lectures and, you know what I'm saying, things of that nature concerning these various topics, right? With this being said, you should over and understand why a lot of things on the surface come off as just conspiracy theory until you look into them and you find a melanated man like this here, you understand, with the surname or the last name of Whipple. And then you find a foreign invader, a pale person with that same surname, but I don't see, they're not giving a relationship in between the two. Now, in the near future, if I find something that I consider to be legitimate that shows some kind of ties in between these two men, then we'll deal with it, at that time. That's how we do that. We'll deal with that then. But for right now, I want you to consider again the Ben Franklin situation. And then, with the Benjamin Banneker, like, is somebody lying at the end of the day? And, the cover up is this. Once you tell one lie, you have to keep lying. There's no stopping, right? Like we in Philly. You heard me? There ain't no stopping. Tell one lie, you got to keep on telling them lies. And this is what the victor has done. You know what I'm saying? Long before there was a Reconstruction era, they were already presenting themselves, as the saviors. You understand? But when we look into it, it was always some of us saving their ass. Yeah, that's what happened. So that concludes, right? That concludes this one right here. Definitely check us out next time, real soon. And again, we're going to talk about, what ethnic group of people don't pay any interest on their loans right now. The banks do not enforce it based off of, usury. I'll give you, the whole code word to it, usury, right? Crazy, but you paying 30% interest and 25% interest and 5 and 6 and 7% interest loans on mortgage loans. But the people who are already rich as sin pay 0 interest on any loans by way of any bank. Crazy. Y'all check out that black tube though. Any and everything that you want to see is there. Go check it out.
YouTube, you fools try to limit me. Muting and deleting channels, thinking that's the end of me. Y'all are not on my level, smaller than a centipede. This is my purpose, TBT is a ministry. I do not tire, my God gives me energy. Chose by Messiah, you believe, come get with me. Married to a black queen, we got the illest chemistry. Founded the black tube, and now we making history. Black tube, 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 black tube. Black tube, 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 what? TBT, 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 what? TBT, 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 what? TheBlackTube.com. I'm a giant killer, son of an omniscient God who's realer. If this be the thriller in Manila, I'm Ali in his prime. It's showtime, go time, about to take what's mine. We are not with your agenda. We showing real life.
said I'm smoke, fire, blowing air, carbon, earth, solid, water, wet. I'm steady beat, a sister soldier that dies effects. So gone with all that hoopla and rah-rah, unless you talking about Atun, Namuna, Amara, pineal glands, all seeing eyes. We call the third eye. We came to build, not pay your bill. Slang municipality, city seals like roadkill, descendants of ancient mound builders. Not supposed to need encyclopedias, genetically encoded with 720. We got amnesia, claiming we Christian Cretans in love with Yahweh, Muhammad, and Jesus, but you was living inside of God when you was a fetus. But believers are never believers, non-believers, cause we